Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? Okay, what's going on, everybody? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Girl, girl. It has been snowing in New Orleans, if y'all did not know. Okay, and I mean snowing, girl. If you're not a member of my channel or you didn't pay for my members only yesterday, then you missed it. But you can still go to my Patreon and pay for Love and Marriage Huntsville season 9 or 7, whichever. Because we don't know which one it really is based on what's on the Google, girl. What's on what is it, IMDb? Girl, yeah. We don't know what season, what episode, but based on what's on the television, what's on my YouTube TV, it was episode 12 of season 9. And I did a recap, girl. And today, if you a member or if you're going to pay for it because it's going to be on Patreon, make sure you come through for the Love and Hip Hop, Love and Miami review because I got to review 2 episodes of each show because I didn't talk about it last week. And we gonna talk about it. It's going to be real cute, girl. We're going to bring it all together, okay? We're going to bring it all together, okay? The S is sounding funny in my playback. Oh, girl, I hate when that happen. I hate when that happen. Hold up. Let me see. Is it better now? Is it better now? Let me know. Girl, hold up. People actually out here on the road. Hello. Hello, Barbara. Barbara, this is Shirley. Can y'all hear me? Barbara, this is Shirley. Oh, girl, I know. I know. I saw Keita Rose, girl. I reposted it on my Instagram page. But please, everybody, can y'all go and follow BondyBlue Bites? I'm at 2,500 over there. And I just want to point out that, it just doesn't really make sense for me to have 120 something thousand subscribers on this channel and only have 2 over there. It don't really make sense. So I need for y'all to come through for me and I need for y'all to support that channel. Apparently that channel has been being put on people's, recommendations more than this one, which I already know. I have said so much and been on here so long that I do feel like they have kept me or in some way like kept me from growing. And that, it is what it is, child. I can only do what I can do. I can only control what I can control. Okay. So we're gonna come back later for a love and marriage. I'm sorry, for a love and hip hop situation. That's what we're gonna come back for. But today, right now, for the next 45 minutes or so, we will be discussing Married to Medicine. It wasn't really a lot. It was basically a filler episode, but y'all know I'm good at what I do, so I'm gonna find a way to make this boring ass shit entertaining. And will. But yeah, no, I cannot wait for Keita Rose to tell us what's been going on because y'all like I love Keita. I don't know if y'all know, but I love Keita. I follow her on YouTube. I like her Love After Lockup reviews. I also follow her on TikTok. People who don't like the fact that she screams and I love it. I love it. Okay, I like Keita. So Keita had posted a video on TikTok not too long ago talking about being abused and being abused in friendships. Like it didn't seem like it was just all romantic, but she was just speaking on abuse in general. And in that video, it was like a rant that you could tell was like emotional and tied to where she is versus how some people get online and they respond to things they've seen and they just kind of leave it open as if it's their issue. Girl, it's really been coming to the forefront how many people are online pretending, faking and fronting to go viral. It's another reason why I haven't gotten to, a whole bunch of subscribers, I guess, because I don't do shit like that. Uh, yeah. I'm not in a space of pretending uh for anything, but really not for no fucking, I don't know why. It just never seemed like something I should do. For me personally. But that's what everybody else out there doing. Either way, girl, Keita was down to the TikTok telling us that the folks is treating her bad. That podcast that they were doing, the conversation, yeah, that was the situation, girl. It wasn't good. Okay. She said she wasn't getting her paycheck. I said, girl, not you not getting your paycheck. Mm, I don't like that. So yeah, I can't wait for her to give us the rest of the story. She said it's gonna be 500 parts of her going, her going in and giving us the breakdown, I guess, of what all occurred when she was working on this podcast with these people. And I'm just like, oh, girl, ain't that the nigga that act like he got it together? Ain't that the nigga that act like he got emotional intelligence? I didn't seen a few clips of him. Is that the one with the space? I think it's him. Anyway, all right. We gonna get into that when it come out. I'm glued in though. I'm glued in. I'm tied up and I'm ready to find out what's going on. But also, BondyBlue bites, girl. I'm releasing. I'm putting stuff out because I want to catch up to where we are now. So when I have my lives here and I post, right after the live or not soon, far after, maybe a week or so, I will cut it up and put it on BondyBlue bites. So I gotta catch up. But I'm about to put out, and I was editing today, I'm about to put out the video that I posted right after the election. And it's just crazy to me how the energy that I had in that video is the exact same energy I have today when I open my phone and find out that, YSAP, shout out to Roxanne, has decided to overturn the Equal Job Opportunities Bill from the Civil Rights Movement of 1965. You mean when Martin Luther King got beat and slapped and punched and jailed and all of that for all of the black people that went down there for the Civil Rights Movement? And that was one of the main things that they had implemented during the Civil Rights Movement was Equal Opportunity Act, which makes job employers hire people, based on merit and not based on them being white, because that's what was happening before. They would only hire you if you were white. And now well, not now, but before, you could sue people for discrimination. This kept businesses from discriminatory practices if they knew that the government would reprimand them and sue them, or go along with a person suing them, support a person, individual suing them, allowing it to happen. For them being discriminatory. Now they've overturned that. Trump has taken that out of our out of our laws, bitch. And I'm just like, it's so funny to me that y'all didn't realize that this is what was gonna happen, even though he kept telling y'all that this all the stuff he was gonna do. And it's so many black people that are like still online arguing with me about how he's racist. And I'm just kind of like, there's a whole list of things. You can really go Google it. I don't know why you want to argue with me. But please understand that's also going to affect the labor unions as well. Please know that that's like next on the list. Yeah, Project 2025. Y'all thought it was a game. Also to all of the black people, listen, I know this is not really about y'all, because at large black people did not vote for this. So I'm not really talking to y'all, but I'm kind of low-key talking to those of y'all that did not vote or felt as if it doesn't matter which president we have, we're screwed. That mentality that y'all had, I can't wait to see how that's gonna work out. I can't wait to see how one day you're going to have to deal with something that was a certain way before, but now that this person is in office, all of those things are now being dismantled, just like they were the last time, girl. Just like they were the last time. And I get, girl, screaming this to the mountaintops, girl. I was up here on the internet screaming with such passion and just so much knowledge of what happened the first time this man was president and how exhausting the news cycle was. And it's only been a few days. It's only been a few days. And if it wasn't for the fact that we're having a record-breaking snowstorm in New Orleans, for God's sakes, girl, my timeline would be flooded with nothing but things that this man was signing yesterday. And it was all depressing. None of it felt good. Like, none of it felt good. And I'm just like, really? All of the people that voted for him, this is what y'all wanted? And then convincing yourselves that him taking away all of the laws put in place to have our country work the way it does, thinking that it's going to just on its own work this way. Oh, now everybody can get jobs off merit. No, stupid. That's not what's going to happen, stupid. That's what was happening before, when it was illegal for them to discriminate against people for reasons like race and sexual orientation and gender. Like that's why that had to be put into place in the first place. People had dogs sicked on them. People were hit with fire hoses because they were demonstrating so that they can get these exact laws put into place, because you cannot trust white Americans to not be racist. You can't. So you have to make it illegal for them to actually act that way when it comes to business. And as we were seeing, even when all of these laws were in place, it was still happening in the housing market. Black people, pictures on the wall, their houses get quoted for less money. We were still seeing police officers taking all kind of liberties with people depending on who they are. We're still seeing businesses like what is it, Tesla, being sued for discrimination by Black people and mistreatment. We've still, like, as Black people that have worked in this economy, you know about the microaggressions that legally nobody can do anything about, but you still deal with it. You still go on jobs where you're treated badly by white people, where your managers are all white people, like where there are no people of color in management positions. We were still dealing with that currently. Like when I was working at the news station, baby, it wasn't a Black manager amongst them. And the one that they had, the one Black manager that we had, he was he didn't have any power. He didn't have any power, and he wasn't in those meetings when it came time for people to make decisions. It was only the white producers and the executive producers that were in the rooms, not the Black people that y'all gave, names to make it seem as if y'all were giving equal opportunity to everybody, but you really weren't. And that was obvious based on who was in management and who were photographers and producers and writers. Who's the talent? Who's the talent that's an anchor versus the talent that's reporters? You know what I'm saying? Like it was just, I dealt with being discriminated against, even as somebody that worked as well as I did and as hard as I did. I understood that I was being mistreated greatly at my job because I was a Black woman, and I wasn't a Black woman that's just going along with shit. And I'm not kissing your ass and working this hard at the same time. That doesn't make any sense to me. So as somebody that was experiencing all of these things, that was in a labor union, that was having to re-sign with your labor union every 3 years and finding that you were losing more and more benefits as time was going on, depending on what corporation was buying a company at the time. Me having that understanding, I personally am looking at everybody that still works in that system like I don't understand. Girl. And it's so crazy because a lot of the things that are happening don't directly affect me, but I still feel so much dread. I feel so much dread. And I feel like there's no way this is not also being mimicked across the country right now, with all of these executive orders being pushed through to the news cycle every couple of hours. It's exhausting. And so that is why today I wanted to come to y'all with TV only. So we're, even though I had to get that off my chest, we're really just gonna get into Married to Medicine, and later on in my members only, it'll be Love and Hip Hop. And when I can put some news together that's not all doom and gloom for y'all, we'll have another BondyBlue show. But I'm definitely gonna try to get out I Like It Like That either tomorrow or Friday. But I Like It Like That will be out this week. So yeah, it's a lot, right? Child, they're not gonna tell you. not him getting out of the who again. Like, not you getting out of the who again. Not you like dismantling yet again a government organization that makes sure we don't have to go through another pandemic. Not you firing those people for a second fucking time. Girl. The way I know they did, girl. I know they did. I know they did. And that is because the labor unions are still mostly made up of racist people cutting off their noses to spite their faces. It's insane. Oh, girl. But the snow was amazing. Am I enjoying it? I don't know. I mean, it's beautiful. It's lovely to look at. Once I got really drunk last night, I did like a face dive into some snow like a badass kid. I made a snow angel and then I brought my ass back inside to warm up. The thing that's annoying me the most is that my dog, I didn't know we needed to get little booties so my dog don't have to walk on ice cold ground so that they can use the bathroom. Because I'm gonna tell you that they do not want to use the bathroom walking on that fucking ice, walking in that snow. They do not want to use the bathroom. So yeah, girl, I don't know how much it's beautiful though. Like when I tell you I woke up and it was so fucking bright. I know y'all can see like I look brighter, and that's because the shades are open for my plants. But when I tell y'all it is so bright, and it was so bright when I woke up because the sun is reflecting off of the snow, and it has never been that bright before around here. I had somebody tell me in the comments, somebody said that global warming is a myth. And in my mind, I'm like, it's never snowed before like this down here. So you think these never before seen occurrences happening in the time frames that they're happening, like quickly in succession, like even though all the scientists have said like the earth is basically like a human body, and once you put all of these chemicals into the air, you're now poisoning the planet. How the planet responds to that is heating up and then also cooling off to drastic degrees very quickly behind one another. That's how the wildfires happened, because they had all that lush greenery and then it completely dried out. And then so now you have all of this greenery that just dried out, and then the hot Santa Ana air, and then just a little fire starts, and now you're blowing hot, windy ass ember all over already dry vegetation. And that happened because of how it rained, grew vegetation, and then quickly dried the fuck out. And here in New Orleans, where we had record-breaking heat this year, 2024, record-breaking heat, people were having strokes all over the heat strokes and passing out all over the place this past summer. And now in January, we had a snowstorm. And there hasn't even been snow since 2009. But this was not just snow. It snowed all day yesterday. We had like 9 to 10 feet of snow. That does not happen here often. So yeah, if y'all want to keep, listen, the earth has a fever and chills. If y'all want to act like that's not what's happening and tell yourself, like somebody literally said that to me, global warming is a myth. I'm like, I feel like y'all live in, like, it's so many people that live in a delusional state of being in this world that sometimes I have to go re-Google shit to make sure I'm not tripping. Like, did somebody lie to me? Let me go back to Google and see what they say. No, Google and several other people said, you a lie, bitch. Global warming is absolutely real. It is not a myth. Oh my God. I hate it here. Girl, yes, 9 to 10 feet. Yes. Of snow. It was crazy. It was crazy. Anyway, y'all, let's get into Married to Medicine, because that's what we're actually here for. So let's I need to break the energy up. Okay. I hate to give you, girl, I just had it's too much. It's too much. Okay. Where's my like the video? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do what you need to do. Let's get into it. Okay, so I can tell y'all right now, I'm low key bored by Married to Medicine. And I'm also annoyed with how much I feel like they're trying to make it a moment. Okay. So, the beginning of the episode, Heavily Quiet and Jackie look over the numbers from the Met Gala. And the man who bid on Phaedra, who obviously was told that this was just for the show, wants his $4,000 donation back. We could pretty much guess that. It does feel as if even though Phaedra may have many jobs and she may have a lot of money, and I always forget about the, Willie Watkins funeral home that she took over. That is how she makes the majority of her money. I have no qualms about that now. That is how she makes most of her money. And the way people die, girl, the way people die and need a funeral, and the way you can exploit people who are grieving into paying obscene amounts of money for beautiful boxes that you're gonna put their deceased loved ones inside. Girl, yeah. Do y'all know how much fucking caskets go for? Tens of fifteens of 20 of thousands of dollars to put a dead person. Girl, his car didn't cost that much money. You gonna put him in that when he go into the ground. All right. It just seems like extreme capitalism. But if it works, shout out to all of the funeral home people. But it's definitely giving. She got all of that money from the funeral home, is what it's giving. But that does not mean she's rubbing elbows with people that actually have a lot of money like that live in this country, that live in Atlanta. And I say that because Atlanta is not a real place sometimes. Atlanta is a place of scammers and schemers. And people can pretend like they have a lot of money, and then you find out they were scamming and scheming. And the federale hood come knocking. It happens all the time. It happens with, elected officials. It happens with doctors. It happens with lawyers. It happens with street niggas. Everybody is scheming, scamming, and lying. Okay. So you got to be careful. And then you got to be real with yourself that when you have a fundraising event, that most of those people don't really have the money that they pretend to have. Therefore, they're not going to be able to bid $100,000. And to be clear, I think everybody who is seeing this situation on social media is really misunderstanding that nobody made Phaedra pay this remaining money. Nobody told Phaedra she needed to do that. Phaedra said 25,000. Oh, I could get us 100,000. She was big in her gumption. She got real big in her britches, as I've heard the Southern old people say, big in the britches, girl. She was smelling herself, okay? As my mama and them would say. Okay, so she thought she was going to be able to deliver $100,000 donation to the Met Gala. And they told her, girl, we know these people because we got money, and we know these people don't give money like that. We just know they ain't got the money to give like that. We know they stingy. They not going to do it. That's what they was really thinking, but they didn't want to say. Either way, she said she could do it. So she signed up to then give the difference because she got it like that, because she won't prove to everybody that she got the ends, that she got the funds, that she got the money. Okay? And that's fine, but come through, and then come through on time. To be very clear, she did not come through, and she did not come through on time, meaning that you were supposed to be inviting people that were going to spend that amount of money. You didn't invite nobody that was spending that type of money. The people that seemingly were spending that type of money were already going to be there. So all of those, yes, connections that Phaedra had, that did not happen the way she said it was going to happen. Also, she originally wrote a check on the scene. Are y'all telling us that check wasn't real? Are y'all telling us that check bounced? What happened with that check? I need somebody to explain to me when she wrote the check in scene what happened, okay? Because either way, we know Heavenly said in the moment she had not paid it, and she waited until maybe like 3 weeks later to actually pay the money that she allegedly owed. It's confusion to me. But what I will say is that I think that Jackie and them are trying to use this to create a storyline like old Phaedra wasn't really about what she said she was about. And then I also feel like Phaedra is not really what she says she about all the time. She's just not. Sorry. Okay, that's how I feel about it. Then they pretend that, they on the phone with Phaedra, child. It was too funny because Simone came in there acting, pretend gay with Quad again. And I'm just like, y'all gonna keep playing gay, huh? Y'all gonna keep playing gay in front of us, huh, Simone and Quad? Mm, mm. Listen, they pretend that they on the phone with Phaedra, and she was like, I ain't got time to talk to no bitches like them all day. Listen, they was really shaded by that bitches like y'all comment. Simone, Cecil, Contessa, Scott, Greg, Letitia, Steve, and Mimi, the new couple, meet up. Mimi is a psychiatrist. Apparently, it's a joke that the women need her in the group. And I feel like, child, these women are not going to listen to her. And that's another thing. Okay, so when we talk about Married to Medicine and how people feel like nobody is holding Heavenly accountable, my question then is, what do y'all want to happen? What is accountability for y'all? Because she apologizes all the time. What you need to understand is that you can't change Heavenly. Heavenly is going to say and do as she will. And the only thing you can control is yourself and how you deal with her, right? But people that are consistently being bothered by Heavenly to the point that they keep going back and forth with her and they got keep making those slick ass comments, I feel like you're only doing what she wants you to do, which is to like feed into the negativity and create a moment on the show. And if you say that that's not what you about, why are you responding all the time as if you don't know that this is what she does, Contessa? And I feel like on some level, you're enjoying it, Letitia, whatever your name, girl, y'all are enjoying it. Y'all are enjoying being on the right side of something and being able to consistently come to Heavenly with these little slick ass comments. Because at the end of the day, I feel like what we saw this episode was it's more so y'all than it is Heavenly to me. Once you recognize who somebody is and what they're about, there is no point in continuing to get upset about it. Understand it, commit it to memory, move accordingly. Don't tell her none of your personal business. If she make a little slick ass comment, you make a little slick ass comment back. If she speak to you with that fake ass, oh, how you doing? Then you speak back, hey, how you doing? And going about your way. You know why? Because you're signing up to do a reality show. Now, this is how reality shows supposed to work. Y'all are supposed to pretend to like each other until y'all all get together and then y'all have an actual moment on camera that can make you re-mad at that person all over again. That way you can make sense as to why you continue to have a problem with a person, even if, you have a problem with them about the same old shit. I'm just saying, like on a reality show, Contessa and Letitia need to let this part go and then wait for another opportunity for Heavenly to say something. And then y'all can go at her that time. But this consistent saying shit, even when Heavenly's not saying anything, even when there's nothing to say, just always making little comments, it's a drag. It's a drag. I don't think that Heavenly's apologies are sincere either. But again, I think what a lot of adults have a problem with is you can't control other adults. I think a lot of y'all have issues with that. Like even the way you hear people, I'm not gonna let this person or this person ain't about, and I get it. I know we all talk like that. But in real life, you cannot control what other people do. And they're not going to kick Heavenly off the show because none of them are willing to act a fool the way Heavenly is for the sake of this show and our entertainment. None of them are going to act, and do the most the way Heavenly does, because a lot of them are just not on Heavenly's level with how Heavenly will be as a person. Like when we say the Miami, Louisiana shit, that's what we mean. There's a level to hell that we will go that is below a lot of other people's level. Does it make it right? No. But, essentially, if you're going to stay on a reality show with somebody you don't like, you have to play the role. You do. Because you're entertaining people. Nobody wants to see y'all with this shit. Like Letitia really like showcased it this episode. I was exhausted with her. Let's just continue in the notes, y'all. I'm laying out there, I'm mailing y'all. Okay. So they're gonna do a couple strip, and Simone asked Heavenly to help her coordinate because in Simone's mind, if I give Heavenly a job that makes her feel like she needs to handle herself in an above board type of way. Meaning, if I give her some responsibility, then she's going to adopt the mindset of this is my responsibility. So I need to make sure that I handle it, because that's how heavenly is. So the idea is that if you're in charge of putting the couples trip together, you're going to handle the couples better. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't know why Simone thought that whenever Heavenly is in charge of the couples, she is going to have questions, or the producers are going to give her the most problematic questions that can be asked about y'all's relationships. And y'all are going to feel like, oh, I don't want anybody poking and prodding in my relationship. And then we're going to say, well, get the fuck off the reality show, Contessa. You could have stayed gone. You could have stayed gone. Like, and you wouldn't have to discuss any of this shit. Oh my God. Anyway, let me continue on. Ruining people's relationships. Contessa, can you tell me whose relationship did Heavenly ruin? And don't tell me she tried to ruin yours. Almost doesn't count. Unless she was fucking your husband or lying on him, almost doesn't count. And her opinion of what she viewed in you guys' relationship is not a lie. It's an opinion. And it's an opinion you may not agree with. You're entitled to disagree with her opinion. But this constantly wanting her to concede her opinion so you can feel better, that's stupid. That's stupid and unrealistic. So Letitia is having a speed dating event, bitch. When I tell y'all, it was the most cringe moment when she stood in front of them people with little bitty Dr. Gregory's hands on her hips behind her, talking about how, my husband is 23 years my senior, and this is a real relationship. This is not a sugar baby relationship. It's not a sugar daddy relationship. Girl, Toya was like, okay, girl, stop lying. Ain't nothing an old man can give you but some money. The dick dead. Okay, like, they got old ass ornery ways, because once these niggas get older, they are super set in their ways. If you thought they weren't as young men, child, they're gonna be even more bullheaded when it comes to 50, 40, 60. Okay, but either way, I'm just looking at Letitia like, girl, it doesn't even matter if the relationship is sincere or not. Relationships that have a huge age gap are normal, meaning that they happen normally. You acting like you're recreating the fucking wheel because you have what you view as a successful relationship that's 5 minutes long. You and Dr. Gregory have not been together long enough for you to be using y'all's relationship as a signifier that you've done this the correct way. And you can now teach other young women how to get into relationships with older men and how it'll benefit them. And I just kind of feel like, talking about, oh, they are more solid. They have more. Yes, you can always list all of the ways that older men are more secure in their lives when they're older, because they're older. But at the end of the day, I think promoting age gap relationships between men and women, especially from the standpoint that Letitia is coming from, is ignorant, ill-informed, and lame. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of those relationships are not healthy. I'm not saying all, but I'm just saying that a lot of the relationships where men are the older ones, they have more money. That means they have a lot of the power in the dynamic. And as a young woman, what power do you have in your dynamic? Depending on what type of woman you are, you may not have any real power in your dynamic. And I don't know if y'all have learned this or not, but what I've learned about most men is that if you don't have a power play in your relationship, you shit out of luck, and you will be used, and maybe not always disregarded, but you will be used and misused, overused. You will be. That's just how it goes. And a lot of these men are online telling you that. Just like when we talked about Corey Holcomb talking about how he looks for women that are, poor, so that he can take advantage of them low-key being stuck having to deal with him, meaning that he can mistreat them and they don't go anywhere because they want to be with somebody that can help them financially. Girl, that's another reason why the government doesn't want to provide aid to people anymore. Okay, it's not just the government, it's the people that live in this country. The people in this country don't want to provide aid to poor people because they view poor people as no longer white. Back when a lot of these things were implemented, white people were the large, recipients of welfare, to be very clear. Once white people started to see WellCare as something attached to Black and Latino people, they decided to stop buying into that to their own detriment. Okay? So when the country is deciding that they want to take the rights away from everybody, including women, you think going get into a relationship with an older man with money is going to put you in a better situation, and it's adopting the mindset of white women that are protecting their oppressors because at least their oppressors are their husbands and their fathers, and they feel like they will be revered, respected, taken care of better than everyone else, even if the system is fucked up. And I would like for everybody to know that that is not the truth, and people will fall through the cracks. Okay? Y'all president don't even like all his kids. Do you really think everybody's going to be taken care of? It's crazy to me. So just put that, like, when I say that that's dumb, put her promoting younger women looking to find relationships with older men in a context of, okay, now you can't get, aberrations, for lack of a better term. Like, there's so many things that they're taking your rights away from you. They're making it harder for you to get a job. So now you're going to be in a relationship with an older man, finding it hard to find a job, not having any control over your health care, and you're probably going to be more stuck now than ever before. Not ever before, but like, you're going to be more stuck than you was 5 minutes ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You're going to be more stuck in these relationships with these ornery old ass men that control the purse, that control the wallet. And so for me, I feel like for her to be up here dressing this up and romanticizing it and trying to sell it to people, where is your government job? Where is your government job? Where is your government job, Letitia? Like, I get it, but to me, this is so lame. Like, I do feel like there should be, groups for whoever want. Like, if you are a grown ass older woman in a, younger woman in a relationship with an older man, y'all want to click of friends to talk about the things y'all go through together. I get it. I'm not judging you for that. But I feel like promoting it, trying to wrap it up and sell it to people as a way of life that should be promoted, which is what Letitia was saying. I want to start promoting age gap age gap dating. Girl, this is it just makes me feel like people are so uneducated because they really feel like something new is happening. Not new. Hold up, y'all. I need some water.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you said, anywhere.
Okay, girl. So yeah, I'm definitely looking at Letitia Sweet Tea like, girl, you playing yourself. You playing yourself because you haven't even been in this relationship long enough for you to feel like you're a success story that you can sell to people. So I'm looking at the situation like you just look lame about it on all sides. And when I was saying this shit, saying that she was goofy, y'all was mad at me about it. And I get it because, nobody wants to be called goofy. But if it quacked like a duck and it looked like a duck, then bitch, it's a duck. Okay, that's how I feel. But it's so funny to me, Contessa. I don't know if y'all peep this, but Contessa is an asshole. Contessa makes little comments and they're passive aggressive, and people think that she's not shading them, but she is. And I felt like Contessa is low-key shading her for having pen and paper to rate the dates, I feel like Contessa would just ask questions with this tone that's like, oh yeah, that's what you think you should do? Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's what you should do then, girl. Okay. Um, Contessa starts screaming for Sage when Heavenly and Simone walk through the door, and Letitia is automatically upset with Simone for bringing Heavenly there. But Heavenly was like, I'm not here to argue. I'm here to apologize. I'm here to support. Basically, they were feeling like this would make it easier for everybody to get along once they go on the couples trip. But here's the thing, y'all. And this is how I need y'all to understand. I'm really not as biased as y'all like to act like I am. And I really do be trying to look at both sides of the situation. And that's in this moment when Letitia and Heavenly sit down to have this conversation. And because two things are happening at the same time, Letitia is dragging it, but also Heavenly is impatient and is not treating her as if she's somebody that she respects. Even in the apology, I apologize, and I'm done with it, and we just need to move forward. Like, we just need to let it go. And I get that. I get that, Heavenly, but I also feel like if y'all would have allowed for Sweet Tea to just express herself in that moment and let her get it out, then maybe you could have been like, and I understand that, and I'm going to try to do better and not be so disrespectful to you, even though I don't respect you as a person. Maybe I should not show that to you as much. I would appreciate Heavenly being real and saying that shit instead of, just, I know, raising your voice an octave higher and acting like you actually respect her or you actually give a fuck about apologizing to her. You just want to move on because you're tired of having the same conversation every time y'all are in a room. And we tired of watching y'all have the same conversation. But in that moment, it's like they would not let Letitia get out what she wanted to say. Simone comes over. Then Dr. Mimi comes over. And Dr. Mimi seemed to clock the fact that Heavenly was being rather impatient with Letitia. You want her to just hurry up and take this apart. But if you could just sit down and give her the respect for a moment to hear how she feels and respond in light, then maybe y'all can have a conversation. However, Sweet Tea, Letitia, baby, don't think you can keep shading somebody and they're not going to shade you back. Because you take moments that don't have anything to do with you and use it as a moment to have a gotcha moment with Heavenly. And that's why you keep getting talked bad about and cursed the fuck out. Like that's if you ask me, okay? There are moments that have nothing to do with Letitia. And Letitia will be in the background commenting, saying some shit. And it's just like, yeah, you're going to get it. Like, you're going to get it because you're asking for it. But like Heavenly talking about, oh, I don't like your tone. I think the tone is inappropriate. Letitia says your tone is always inappropriate. That was true. That was true. Meaning that let me get it out. Let me have my moment because you always saying whatever the fuck you want to say. You just feel like you're supposed to punk me into hurrying up and taking your apology. No. If you're really trying to have a conversation, then you're gonna have to let me get it out. And if you're not letting me get it out, then you can get the fuck out. And that's what Sweet Tea told her because she was like, girl, you don't know me and I don't know you. Okay, then what the fuck we talking for? When Sweet Tea responded like that, I was like, that's a real response. That's an honest response. I don't have to do this with you, bitch. Like, we don't have to get on the good foot. Like, whatever the fuck, okay? And then also, it's not that deep for me. It was that deep when she said some shit about Dr. Damon. Don't act like it's not deep anymore. It's been deep, Heavenly. It's been deep because y'all been taking deep ass hits at each other. So even you acting like it's not that deep, it's condescending and putting a tone to it that, oh, she's more bothered than I am because she's immature and she's a little girl. And that's why she's so bothered by this. Girl, them old bitches was bothered by it and didn't really want to get along with your ass a season or two ago, but don't nobody want to lose their check. So now Simone has to act like she's so cool and she's so tight with you when last season she couldn't fucking stand your ass. Okay? Now she still has a government job and works for him part-time. Yikes. I can't stand the little girl comments. I'm sorry. I don't either. And that's why I said that it's okay. They can keep calling Letitia a little girl because I do feel like sometimes she does act immature, but I feel like so do they, and nobody's calling them little girls. That's why anytime I'm a little girl, you an old bitch. Anytime I'm a little girl, you an old bitch. Period. Um, Toya has a party for her first Birkin bag. Let me tell you something. Nobody embarrassed Toya more than her son. Ashton, little cute self, was back there cooking and shaking his head and looking at people's responses to his mama having a party for a baby Birkin bag. And please don't get me wrong. This is a capitalist society. If somebody is able to obtain a $35,000 purse and they want to celebrate being in that tax bracket, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I wish I had enough money to spend on a $35,000 bag and don't. Girl, when I tell you if I had $35,000 to spend on a bag, I still wouldn't. Like, there are so many other things that I would much rather spend $35,000 on than a fucking purse. And I'm saying that because I ain't seen a purse I like enough to spend that much money on it. And I damn sure didn't like her purse enough to, to spend that amount of money on it. I don't care. And I feel like Toya is always doing the same thing. You're always responding to money like a child who has been bullied because she don't have a lot of money. It just, it's new money. It's insecure about who you are. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's on brand. I feel bad for Eugene when it comes to moments like this, because I feel like, yes, Eugene is going to figure out a way always to make sure that everything is good. But to me, it just showcases that she has a terrible mindset about money. Like, why are you spending that amount of money on a purse right now? And the only reason I'm saying that is because they don't live in a way that makes me feel like they super duper comfortable. They comfortable, but he just started that new business. Y'all then moved into another fucking house. Like, it just kind of feels like Toya is just always thinking outside of what is actually smart, so that she can prove to everybody that she has money and she has arrived. And I just kind of feel like, girl, okay. If it make you happy, fine. But when I tell you, I'm like, Heavenly, I don't want to hear nothing else about your money problems moving forward. I'm just saying. Y'all, $35,000, $20,000 for a fucking purse is so excessive for somebody that just dug themselves out of debt. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna be sure. I'm gonna be sure that Dr. Eugene has it together. Okay. Anyway, and I know Toya has other jobs, but I'm just gonna be sure that Dr. Eugene got it together. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay. Contessa was like, girl, I took off from work for this. This better be something real. They're spending all of their time trying to guess. Girl, nobody cares, okay, about the purse. Everybody played the fuck out of her and basically told her they already all had Birkin bags and they don't know why she is acting like this about a bag. And everybody got a bag, girl. Everybody got a Birkin. Especially Contessa. Oh, we still doing this? Oh, I guess I was excited when I got my first one. Letitia, when Letitia gets there and Heavenly speaks to her, Heavenly gets up to hug her and kiss her and, have this come to Jesus moment, I guess. And she was just like, oh, we still, yeah, you turning over a new leaf. She was like, I'm trying. This is the moment, Letitia, where you're not supposed to let Heavenly change your mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be like, you know what? We don't need the hug. How you doing, Heavenly? That's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you need to do to keep your energy up, that's what you should be doing. So if you don't want to hug her, don't hug her and act mad that you hugged her. Just be like, no, Dr. Heavenly, we ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I'll shake your hand. How you doing? I'll pound you. How you doing? But you don't need to physically touch me. You can say that. Okay? But doing it and then having an attitude about it, it was just like, come on, bro. Like, when are we gonna get past it enough for you to be able to be cordial? Because at the end of the day, yes, Heavenly went all the way the fuck in. So did you. And that's the thing about Contessa and old girl that work on my nerves. The fact that they fail to admit that they both play a part in these arguments with Heavenly. Contessa does it to the nth degree, and it really annoys me. Like, Contessa, you be in these arguments with Heavenly. You say little slick shit to her. You get in her face. You put your hand in her face. You do a lot of shit that antagonizes the stuff that comes out of her mouth. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying you also play a part. So when you also play a part in the breakdown of the relationship, this consistent trying to get everybody on board to be mad at her with you is lame and played and dumb, and you too old for that. If you got a problem with her, you have a problem with her. Stop talking to everybody else like they supposed to be able to fix Heavenly for you, because nobody else can tell Heavenly what to do. Fucking Jackie can't even really tell Heavenly what to do. If Heavenly don't want to do it, if Heavenly want to tell you to kiss her ass and fuck your mama and all of that shit, she's going to do it. Nobody can control her. Like, nobody can control her but her. Her husband does the best job he can do, but like, that lady just gonna say and do what she want to do. And then you need to just adopt the mentality. You're gonna ignore her, you're gonna respond in light, or you're gonna beat her ass. Those are your three options. I would like for y'all to get over it and just, be cordial and ignore each other until you are given another opportunity where she does something else. And then you can reignite your anger and go off on her again. And I'm only saying that because y'all are on a reality show, because in real life, I wouldn't even be around you. Like, if I don't fuck with you like that, I'm not hanging around you, bitch. Like, we're not about to kick it like that. Nah, I'm straight. I'm good. Nobody was outraged when T said Heavenly recently deceased mother was in hell. So I'm not mad at anything she says to them. She was talking about that lady womb too. I remember that conversation. Kimi Kim, thank you for the super chat. I don't know how people can actually say that man isn't racist when he is doing all of this. Because they don't understand how getting rid of DEI initiatives is racist. They seem to think that that's good, and that if you get rid of those ramifications, if you get rid of those incentives, then and those rules, that people are going to just do this on their own. And we keep telling y'all, no, Reconstruction showed us that no, they're not going to do it on their own. That's why the laws were put in place. Read a fucking book. We already tried it this way. And I know y'all think that we in a different country than we were in the 60s, but when it comes to white people being innately racist at large numbers, no, we're not. And that was made clear by this election, because that's all this election was about. That's all this election was about. Girl. But thank y'all for the super chats. Thank you, DeQuasia. I appreciate you, my love. Okay, hold up. Let me pull up. Heavenly said at least she could have kids before. Yes. And then she was like, and your mama here. Exactly. Okay. So let's see what was going on online. Because apparently Heavenly and Toya had a little back and forth, a little back and forth. Hold up. Okay. So Toya claps back at Dr. Heavenly for saying she didn't donate to their fundraising gala. I won't entertain a woman who's trying to hide her life secrets by creating drama with the cast. Oh, wow, Toya. Oh, wow. Toya said, this girl is always lying for attention. If I would have known her as a child, I would have tried to give her the love she lacked. I'll bring my receipts and more to the reunion. I won't entertain a woman who's trying to hide her life secrets by creating drama with Cass. It's definitely giving Dr. Heavenly, they giving more and more credence to something going on with your husband, girl. Marlo said you will always see a return on an Hermes purchase, Toya. If you know, you know. Yeah, the book, the purses appreciate in value. That's great. Dr. Heavenly, bring the receipts. The real Dr. Jackie says you didn't pay a dime. Truth is truth. Let's see. Did Jackie chime in? No, she didn't. Child, not be nice, Elaine. Not y'all calling Heavenly by her real name, child. Not y'all calling her Elaine. Let me hear what she said.
She not thinking about no damn money. In fact, this is who I really need to be in the ass on, but I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be click. Because we had a whole freaking Met Gala and she ain't giving out a damn dime. She gave $1,000, bitched about it so bad, Jackie gave it back to her. But now you're going to buy on the next episode. Now, For Cure for Moms is a great foundation. The man, wife died, Judge Linda Hatch's son, in childbirth. We can't give a damn for that. And I ain't trying to go in on Toy because I like Toy and I'm really trying to save her. But the very next episode, you waste $36,000 on a Birkin bag. And then brag about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you the truth. I got a Birkin and I'm very ashamed that I have one. I really do. My man bought me that. I don't eat. It's orange. It's a little orange, but I better have one from Walmart. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. I don't know nothing about it. She not thinking about no damn money. In fact,
child, she's screaming and hollering. She's screaming and hollering. Let me see if there was any more from this. All I know is that I don't even care. I don't care. I could believe that Toya was being stingy with the money because that's Toya, you know, like that's why I said like you could spend $35,000 on a bag, but you acting like it's pulling teeth for you to be able to give to, you know, to a foundation.
She not thinking about no damn money. In fact, this is who I really need to be in the ass on, but I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be click. But because we had a whole freaking Met Gala and she ain't giving out a damn dime. She gave $1,000. Bitch about it so bad, Jackie gave it back to her. But now you're going back on the next episode. Now, For Cure for Moms is a great foundation. The man, wife died, Judge Linda Hatch's son in childbirth. We can't give a damn for that. And I ain't trying to go in on Toy because I like Toy and I'm really trying to save her. But the very next episode, you waste $36,000 on a Birkin bag. And then brag about it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about it. I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. Let's F up our money how we want to because I'll F it up buying businesses and shit and then close them down. You know what I'm saying, Laura? I will buy my daughter a damn penthouse suite to do content heavily. So people messing up their money how they want to. So I ain't talking about
not her saying she messing her money up by investing in her daughter being a content creator. Bitch, I'm dead.
Nobody, but I try to miss a man in the way I can write it off, in the way I could probably see a return. You spend $32,000 on what extra?
There's gonna be an echo sometimes. That StreamYard, y'all, not me.
Ashton. It's Ashton Avery. Ashton. He said the shit was ugly. Anyway.
Oh, your son did.
Tessa, do you think you could please lift the white case?
Girl, it's too much. It's too much. I see what people are saying when it comes to what, you know, oh, Heavenly, she can use her money the way she can spend her money the way she want to spend her money. And we can also judge you for penny pinching $1,000 to a donation to a charity. We can definitely shame you for being so stingy with $1,000 to a charity and then turning around and spending $30,000 on the ugly ass bag. I can judge you for that. I can judge you for that. I can, and I will. I can, and I will. Okay. I'm not saying you shouldn't spend your money however you want to spend your money, but I'm saying if you choose to give money to a charity, don't complain about it and continue to act as if it's so hard for you to give that money and then go turn around and give $30-something thousand for a purse, an ugly purse. I can judge you for that. I can. I'm just saying. Toya bought a ticket to the event. I would have donated directly to him and not Jackie fake ass. Child, that was another thing. That check was made out to Jackie's organization. Hold up. Jackie is happy, but don't cause me to offer $100K and you don't come through. $25K would have been easier to raise based on the $2,500 of each of the wives past and present versus high rollers. Toya brought a ticket to the event. That is enough. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a charity event, first of all. And this is a show that you're on. You're a part of the Married to Medicine people. This is the Med Gala. You gave $1,000 and you complained about it. That's the problem. She gave it and then complained about it. And then don't complain. Or if you do feel like that buying $1,000 ticket or buying a ticket was enough, then don't give money and complain about it then. Don't give money and complain about it. at the end of the day, Toya is vapid when it comes to materialism. Like, she is materialistic in a negative way to me. And that shows through with the way she's willing to spend so much money and then put her and her family in debt so that she can look like she has a lot of money. Like, to me, that's the same mentality as not being really charitable, complaining about the little bit that you gave to charity, but then throwing a fucking party about spending $30,000 on an ugly purse. No, I can judge you. I'm sorry. I'm going to. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just saying I understand where Heavenly, is coming from. Like, I can say that. Okay. And Toya does this all the time. That's another thing. I feel like Toya, yes, when Toya donated that wine from last year was all she needed to give as well. Like, she's always giving the bare minimum in charity, but then showcasing how much money she got when she buys something that, showcases her capitalist, mentality. And I'm just saying, I get it. We all live in a society. I like nice shit too. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with liking nice shit. I'm not even saying there's anything wrong with you not wanting to give to that specific charity, but don't give it and then complain about it. That's what I'm saying. And also I feel like for her to be in a position that she is, buying a ticket was not enough, in my opinion. Heavenly is a bitter bee. She might be, but a bitter bitch is right twice a day, just like a dead clock. Okay, so sometimes they be right, sometimes they be wrong. Yes, it's very much giving broke behavior. Toya is giving broke behavior. People who really have money don't mind spending $1,000 on charity, especially if they're gonna go and spend $30,000 on a purse. To me, it just shows you don't have the money that you pretend to have. Like, that's what it showcases to me. You not being able to give that $1,000 to charity without bitching about it shows me you don't have the $35,000 to spend on a purse. That's what that mean to me. But do your thing. I don't give a fuck. But I'm gonna judge you about it if I feel like it. Boop. Okay. So there is that. And that was basically everything that happened on, Married to the Medicine. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Members only. Members only will be at 5. Okay. So go look for the link. All right. Patreon. You can purchase it for $5 if you want to sit in. Loving Hip Hop, Loving Miami. Please follow BondyBlue Bites. And don't forget to follow us at Reset by Design Wellness. And go ahead to the website. Follow us if y'all like traveling. Y'all probably going to want to travel this next upcoming year, girl. You're going to be want pathways out of here. So go ahead and follow us so you can come with us the next time we go somewhere. Okay. So you can be with a clique of people and be safe and then see what it's like to be in other countries. So if you want to flee, you can. Okay. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all in my members on.